do the TMI travel tag? No, or just the travel tag? I don't really know. The travel tag. What was the last country you visited? That was Mexico yesterday. Together, both of us. How many countries have you visited?
Oh crap.
Canada, Mexico, China, Hong Kong, Philippines, Guam, Micronesia Islands, Japan, Bahamas, Costa Rica, US.
I don't know, 10 or 11. I visited Hong Kong before it went back to China. Whatever that means. David, you've been to
Israel, Turkey, Ecuador, Nicaragua, Canada, Mexico, Costa Rica, US, China, what else?
Guatemala, Panama, Netherlands, and Germany.
between 10 and 15, I guess. What is your favorite place on the planet that you have been to? Currently it's Costa Rica, probably because you have kind of a little bit of everything there. There's just something about it, and it's his home country, and
it just feels, all the feels to me.
It's a tie between Israel and China.
What's your favorite place in your home country? Really cliche places at this point, at least, because LA and New York are still really cool to me. Every time we go to LA, we love it.
LA feels more accessible to me, and so I kind of would tend to gravitate towards LA.
What do you mean by accessible?
It's a little more familiar to me.
Than New York, you mean?
Yeah.
New
York is just kind of like...
Holy cow.
If you could board a plane right now, where would you go? Somewhere warmer, probably. A resort. I don't know where. Maybe Hawaii, honestly. I kind of like Hawaii.
I'd probably go to like maybe Jamaica.
Tropical island getaways, snow ski break, or city exploring trips. That's very easy for me, city exploring trips.
Island getaway. The thing with city exploring trips is, like, what if you go to like the little restaurant that sucks? I don't know.
What if you go to the part of the tropical island that sucks?
Yeah.
What if you get eaten by a shark? I mean...
What are your top 3 hand luggage must-have? So like, I guess that means carry-on type items? I don't know. Smartphone that would have video and pictures included, like a laptop / tablet. I don't know, that just seems obvious to me. I feel like I'm missing something, but those are... Any travel tips to share? There are various ways that we've learned to be a little bit more organized. We have some video about that, and I think we'll be doing some more in the future. Have all the stuff that you need
for a night.
Handy, yeah, for a night or a day. Have it in one bag. That's what we always do, is we have a hotel bag.
Yes,
so we don't have to go searching through our other luggage for anything.
You never know when you're gonna get stranded somewhere.
What's your most embarrassing moment in another country? It wasn't really overly embarrassing in that a bunch of people didn't know about it or anything. It was just a really awkward situation, is when I got my period without any tampons or pads or anything along with me. We were out, and the funny thing is it happened to me twice, which is ridiculous. It happened to me once in Costa Rica and once in Mexico. And both of the times I was at church. How stupid is that?
You win!
What was your biggest disappointment in another country? Getting stuck in Costa Rica because we were essentially trying to kidnap our own children out of the country. There's a post on our blog about it with lots of details. It was a crappy day.
That was just frustrating. I mean, it was just kind of like, are you kidding me?
Yes. What was your nicest surprise in another country? My cousin / friend came from the States to stay with me in China for a month. It was very cool.
Mine was the food in China.
That was a surprise to you? It was so amazing, it was a surprise.
You think you know Chinese food from the stuff that they have here, but no, not even close.
3 places at the top of your travel bucket list. Israel, wanting to see like all the biblical history stuff, and Romania, because when I was younger I was on a bus once and there were people behind me that were speaking this language I thought sounded really cool, and I asked them what they were speaking and they were Romanian, and so that always kind of intrigued me. I want to go anywhere, pretty much. Part of me thought like maybe Iceland just because of Bjork and like the weird stuff that comes out of there, that I just kind of want to go visit and experience the place. Here? Yeah.
Spain, Spanish roots. I don't know. Japan, been fascinated by Japanese culture. And I want to go to Chile because I heard it's beautiful. And then
that was 3.
That's 3. Crap.
Favorite food discovery. The taco place that we love to go to here in Mexico.
Yes.
The Chinese place here in Mexico. Not because the food is super amazing, but it's so cheap and you get so much food that it's just awesome. In China, Swan Sai. It's like garlic shoots, little tender garlic shoots, and they're so yummy. And then cucumber salad, so fresh.
This is still in China, right?
Yes, oh, Chinese cucumber salad.
Turkish food. There was this stew that they made that was just so amazing. The awesomest combination of like seasonings, and then they also have like the balancing with yogurt stuff too. Kind of like the same idea, if you will, that of like the Indian food, but this is more with the Middle Eastern. What was the one in China? Jiaozi.
Oh, jiaozi is really good. Why do you travel? Because it's fun, but travel to broaden our perspectives and also to get out of our comfort zones. Like, it's not always fun, that's the thing.
There's something that comes from seeing life from another person's or in another place and another perspective. The brain bending is just good for you, I think. It keeps you on your feet.
What 3 things would you take traveling if you could? The number 1 thing, hands down, easy, not even like a question, is a comfortable bed.
Our internet connection from home.
That's a good point, a good internet connection. A general bubble of warmth where I wouldn't have to be cold.
Yeah.
Because cement houses are cold. Have you picked up any phrases from traveling? The main phrase that I have picked up that I still use to this day, not as much, but in China, something that they say a lot, or they did around us, or I don't know, was "Ayawo de Maya." Basically like, oh, my mother, essentially, kind of. Ayawo de Maya.
Like,
my brothers say that a
word.
bunch too. Any places you would not go back to and why?
You make the most out of wherever you are, I guess, really.
Sort of, yeah.
Every place has
That
its
doesn't
own.
necessarily mean you want to go back there, even though you made the most out of it. Describe your dream travel companion. He's so dreamy. Actually, when I was making like a joke list of stuff that I wanted in a husband, it was like a traveling photographer. It was one of my things, kind of. So, kind of fits. Do you have a dream travel companion?
Durr. When I was in Israel, I was like, I can't wait until I can come here and show Christina this place.
Well, we still haven't been there yet.
I know we haven't. That sucks.
We should go there for an anniversary or something. What's the most surreal moment you have experienced while traveling?
Being on the Sea of Galilee. The Golan Heights are really steep, so you can sit like almost on the edge of a cliff, it feels like, and see the whole lake there. The amount of history like that has happened in that area is just like, wow. You just sit there and think about, you know, so many things.
My most surreal moment was probably when I got in an accident in China. I was friends with this taxi driver, and he was driving a friend of mine and myself home from a club, and I think he probably shouldn't have been driving. This was in 1997 or 1998, so I'm sure, you know, things are different now, but at the time, a lot of places in the intersections, they had these stands in the middle. They were either round or square, and during the day, a lot of times there would be like a cop standing on them. Really solid. Somehow the driver, like, we slammed into one of these things. Can't remember if there were any other cars involved. I don't really feel like there were. I hit my head on the windshield 1 in the morning or something like that. There weren't really people around before that, but then there came to be people around. They kind of like shooed me and my friend away because being white, that would be kind of too much attention, basically. Then he comes to see me the next day. He expected me to have like a huge bruise on my head or something, because the windshield was all cracked from my head. But I was fine. I'm sure I had a seatbelt on, so I'm not really sure why my head, I guess we just had that much of an impact that my head hit the windshield. So it's kind of surreal. These have been some of our travel experiences. If any of this stuff reminded you of interesting travel experiences that you've had, please let us know in the comments below. We love hearing travel stories. I'm sure we're gonna make some more this winter, so stay tuned. You. Oh, you're on your knees. Maybe not. Now you're sitting on a pillow?
Well, yeah. If not, I'm like...
Fine. I'm gonna sit on a pillow. We're on a memory foam bed right now, and it's sweet.